Welcome back to Ted's Shed. Today I'm going to be stripping the rear shock absorber down to as far as I can take it realistically. I want to take the spring off, get it a nice coat of paint and try and clean up some of this lot. Give this a good clean and maybe a polish. So, crack on. What I have actually done is made up a little sort of jig type thing. That's some steel I had in the shed. So, because I don't have any fork spring compressors or anything, so that fits nicely over the top of there. Two 50mm holes. Obviously I had to take a little bit out there, and then two M12 or 12mm holes to make a compressor, and then just a plain 50mm hole which will go onto the bottom there. Right, so there we have it. Right, as you can see, I've got the rear shock set up in the jig, frame, clamp, however you want to call it. And what I need to do now is tighten these nuts down, but do them equally. So I do 4 turns on this nut, do 4 turns on that nut, until the shock absorber is compressed enough that this clamp comes down out through this jig and I can get to the nut underneath. So Nearly there. Yeah, that's it. So the nut I need to get to, I hope you can see it, it's in there. That comes off. Exposes the nut. That's the nut I need to get off. 22mm nut. And then what I need to do now is release the nuts on this clamp to let the spring go back up. So I went to just double check my videos and realized that part of the video hadn't recorded. So when I took this part off the bottom, it missed the bit where I actually took it apart. So the plate on the bottom, take the plate off. That actually goes inside there and it's pressed through. Knackered. Bump stop, spring. I'll try and get a new one of those, but don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'd already started cleaning up the shock itself, and then I realised that I hadn't recorded this bit. So apologies for that. Welcome back to Ted's Shed. Today I'm going to be putting back together my rear shock absorber, giving it all a clean, nickel plated the bits that were really badly corroded. I'm really pleased with that. The first time I've tried using nickel plating. Gave the spring a blast and then etch primed it, and a couple coats of paint and a couple coats of lacquer. So I'm going to pop this back together today. The only problem I've had is trying to get this seal, which looks like you can't buy separately, even if they were available now. Well, apparently that seal comes with this part of the preload adjuster. You can't buy it separately. So at the moment I've just got a piece of rubber over the top, which I'm going to have to use, and somebody might be able to make me one of these on a 3D printer using TPU, I think it is, which is a flexible rubber, flexible plastic. So I'll have to see how it goes anyway. So get this one back together. You see I need to put a new bump stop on there because the other one was completely knackered and split, so I'll try and get you a better angle. And then it's going to be that one. And the thing with this one is that when I start to compress the spring, I need to make sure that seal goes over that lip and it doesn't crease. So next, pop that one on, and there's a little plastic drain hole thingy here. And if I show you inside, the tiny drain hole there, which has got to line up with that drain hole. Hope you can see it. And you're going to want the drain hole facing to the rear. So that would be, no, sorry, you want it facing towards the front of the bike, not the rear. Okay. Try and get you a better angle. I think that's in. Yeah, that looks good. exposed enough of the thread there. The locking nut on. Hopefully turn that down far enough to get that one on, get the fork on. Not quite. Can't turn that one and hold. I want to hold it tight enough. Just put that nut down a bit further. Brilliant. And do just a little bit further. Right, that's should be fairly straight. If I can get this one still in underneath there. No, I can't. Tighten it down a bit more. I need to go down enough to get that in underneath there. Brilliant. I still need a little bit more room. Okay, so I can't find a torque setting for this nut, so I'm going to do it up FT. For those of you who don't know what FT is, it's fucking tight. Right, should be sorted. Now undo it all and hope that it's all straight. I think that's pretty straight. Just gotta pop that tube back on. I'll do that. Yeah, and I have all back in. One thing you need to make sure of was that this tiny little nipple here, or locating lug or whatever, you've got to make sure that the bottom bracket sits to the side of that. tube. So there we go. Alright, so this is just a piece of rubber that I've managed to fit over the top just to try and help keep the shit out from it. And see what mate can do with his 3D printer. So she's looking better. Certainly a lot better than it was when I took it off. Yeah, scratch me bloody paint on the spring. Never mind. Right. Pop that in there for now. Okay, done. That's it for today.